Hi, everybody. I am Gregory Whites, or YaBoiGerg on Twitch, and I have CMT. So let's chat about that. We're back to talk more about my CMT life. I just wanted to do a really quick video. I did one before, kind of giving you an idea of what I have, how my feet work, stuff like that. This one's a little bit different. This is going to be this is going to be stories after this. Let me get started with my earliest memories of CMT and affecting me were as a child. There was a field. We called it the field. It was just an open area down below my grandmother's. But to get to it, you had to go down a hill. You had to go through a little bit of a pathway and through a couple yards. And you could get to the field, and we would play football and stuff in that field. To get to the field, you had to go down over down this little hill. Like I said, it was a little embankment, probably about like that. I'd say like it was flat up here, and then you had to go down like. And if you have CMT, you know that any embankment is a problem. Like it just is. Like that's how you twist ankles. That's how you hurt yourself. My earliest memories is after a couple times of twisting my ankles and face planting, falling down that hill. I decided that my best route and action would be to roll down that hill. I know that sounds funny, but as a kid, that was how my brain worked. That's how my mind worked. So what I would do is I would get on my knees, lay flat, and just barrel roll down this hill, so that I would not face plant, twisting my ankles. Now, the problem with that is it was dirty. So it was grass, it was mud, it was just dirt. It was, I was gonna get dirty, and that was the problem. I would get yelled at for getting dirty. So my great master scheme and plan didn't work out the way that I wanted it to, because it just made me dirty. So either trying to go down this hill, twisting an ankle and falling face first, or getting down and just rolling and then getting in trouble for being, muddy or dirty or something like that. By the way, guys, once again, I'm looking at my stream. I'm looking at my stream. Sorry. That's just how my brain worked as a kid, because I didn't understand the fact of why I couldn't walk down hills. Like I didn't get the point of that. Like I didn't see why I couldn't. So adventurous, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Like I can do this way. And after getting just very fed up with myself falling, that's whenever the rolling idea came in to play. And it worked, but it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. The first time that I remember doing that, the face plant, I twisted both ankles and fell face first. Just kind of slid down the hill. I know everybody's like, how can you laugh at that? It's funny whenever you're a child. It's funny whenever you're a kid. Like you remember these things. I can remember the first time that I, as a kid, big time, being on snow. I had no traction. Like the littlest thing threw me off or threw me down or I fell. The littlest thing just was, but snow was so much fun. It was so cold, but it was also terrible for me to even try to go on snow. And that was usually just a process of falling down, being on the ground most of the time. Most of the time that I remember being in snow, I would honestly just crawl. Crawling was easier in the snow than walking was. Ice was not even working. I can't remember placement. Pretty sure it was around the time there was an ice skating rink in my local town of Petersburg, West Virginia. It was Icky's, I think is what it was called. And you could go there. It was a skating rink, not an ice skating. It was skating. You could go there and skate. And I went there for a friend's party whenever I was in grade school. And I remember all my friends telling me, yeah, you just go out, you move your feet this way, you do this way. And I knew that that was probably going to be impossible, but I saw all my friends doing it, so me, myself, I was going to do it. I remember putting on the skates, barely being able to stand, holding on to the side of the rink, the skating rink, and I just remember letting go, and the second I let go, both of my ankles went out from under me, and I twisted both ankles. Like, my feet just went sideways. And I twisted my ankles really bad that time. The story that I wanted to give you today, which I'm not going to make these too long, because nobody wants to sit here and listen to me babble about stuff. But the story I wanted to tell you today is there was a thing called GaGa. I don't know if you played GaGa. It was what it was called in my school. It was called GaGa. Basically, what you do is you would be in a wooden octagon kind of thing. It was short, probably about up to your ankles. And you would bounce the ball. You would say ga, 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 and then you'd hit it. And if you hit somebody in the ankles or if you hit them in the legs, then they were out. And that's what you did. You kind of targeted like the person you were going after, and boom, you tried it, and they could try to hit you, and so on and so on. I always got out in GaGa the first round, first thing. Like, people instantly targeted me. They knew that I was an easy catch. I was a heavy set kid, and I had bad ankles, and kids knew that. So, came one day, my chance. I got to start the game. Like, I won the thing. I got to start the game. I was excited. I was so pumped. Yeah, this is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be able to do this. So I, bend over. I'm ga, ga, ga. Boom! I hit it. Nothing. I didn't hit it in the right direction. Bounces off the wall. Bounces off a couple walls. The one kid that was in there, he gets it. He's bouncing it. And he's taking out other people, so I'm good. I'm safe. I'm there. Like I'm like, yes, this is amazing. So all the other kids get out because he was trying to be nice, I think, for once, and just let me go through the whole match, through the whole game. GaGa match, I guess match. And he turns to look at me, does his GaGa stuff, and in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna jump it, and then whenever I jump it, I'm gonna get the ball and bam, I'm gonna smack the ball with my hand, and I'm gonna get him out. Like, I'm gonna win this. So sitting there and I'm waiting for my time. He's ga, boom, hits it. I see the GaGa ball coming at me, and I jump. The problem with jumping in CMT is I didn't go high. I didn't go that high, and I came down quick. So whenever I came down, I landed on the GaGa ball itself. Whenever I landed on the GaGa ball, both of my ankles instantly twisted and turned. And I collapsed to the floor like a sack of potatoes. Like, I was down on the floor. Like, I was legitly I was the shark, that comes up on the beach and is just stranded there. I could not walk. The twist was so bad on both ankles that I could not walk. I couldn't put pressure on either of them. I severely twisted both ankles. And the Mr. Barr, who was the gym teacher, I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Barr, he came up with this ingenious idea because I couldn't stand. Like, there was not going to be any standing for me at this point. I hurt myself so bad. Like, I had twisted my ankles so bad, there was no standing. He went into he told me to lay still. I didn't have much of an option. And he went into his office. And whenever he comes out, he has his computer chair, which is on wheels. And he's like, I got to get you to the front. We got to have your dad come. We got to get you to the hospital or whatever just to make sure you're doing okay. And he picks me up off the ground and throws me in this chair that if you've ever tried to move on a computer chair, they're top heavy on one side. And I'm a fat kid. So, as we're going, we're tilting. he's going over door frames and like catching me, and I'm holding on with dear life as much as I can. So finally, like, we get just a little bit out of the gym, and he decides, oh man, I can't do this by myself. So he gets help from another teacher. I think it was the music teacher, Miss Judy, I'm pretty sure. And she helped wheel me up through the hall up to the front of the school, where I sat in the principal's office area in tears and crying because both of my ankles were twisted and it hurt so bad. And I waited for my father to come to inevitably take me up to the hospital and just check, make sure I didn't break both of my ankles. Because that's the thing, like, whenever you do twisting and you have CMT, breaking is very easy. It's a very easy task. Breaking your ankles is a very easy task. Or breaking bones is easy. And there's more to that. I'll tell you, I got a couple more stories. I have a broken foot story. I have a shattered left leg story for you. I have a dislocated knee story, which is amazing. But that's the thing. Like, I was so prepped and so excited and so ready to play GaGa, and I tried. I wasn't gonna let anybody tell me I couldn't, but at the same time, I failed miserably. And the point of this story is, even if you have CMT, even if you don't feel like your feet can do things, you can still try to achieve those. It might not work out the way that you wanted to. It might not work out the best, but at least you have a memory. I still have a memory. I can still remember how bad it hurt, but at the same time, I still have a memory of trying my best to win a game of GaGa, even if it meant twisting or breaking my ankles. I was going to do it. I was determined. And that's the determination that I want everybody who has CMT to have. Like, don't let it hold you down. Don't let CMT hold you down. Have fun with it. Oh man, next story probably will be about, I can throw it in here really quick. Okay, so at 16, I'm trying to think if the baseball story might have come first, but I can't remember the time. I had a Halloween party one year, I think at about 16, and all my friends, I had like 5 or 6 friends over. We went out, we decided that after dark, the best way to have a Halloween party besides watching movies would be to play hide and seek in the dark. Okay, like pitch dark. We were gonna scare each other and go try to find each other in the pitch dark. And it was a good idea in theory. The problem was I couldn't see anything. Behind my parents' house, they had a little building or a little shed, and then my father had this area that he had a little garden in. And that garden was not level. It had rocks in it. The backyard had holes in it. My brother and I had destroyed the backyard. And I was getting ready to hide from somebody. And I remember running through the garden, not being able to see anything except for the moonlight. And then nothing. It was just pitch dark. And what had happened is my foot found a hole in a rock and twisted. And I went straight down to the ground face first. I probably went like this. Like, if I remember, I think my hands were out and I fell face first. But I planted, and then I yelled for everybody to help. And my father comes out and turns the backyard light on. He's like, what were you guys thinking about? This is the dumbest idea ever. You know, you can't, like, honestly, like, he should have too, because it was the worst idea ever. I had one of my best friends and my father, like, I had my arms around their shoulders and they carried me inside basically and set me down. And for the rest of the evening, that Halloween, I had to sit on the couch and watch horror movies. And that's all I could do. I finally was able to walk a little bit that evening, I think, with a crutch. But I twisted my ankle so bad. So another good word of advice is, if you have CMT and you're going to play hide and go seek, know your surroundings. Know your surroundings well. Learn your surroundings, keep your surroundings in your mind, and know where every little bit of that surrounding is, or you're gonna find the greatest spot to twist your ankle or worse. So, all right, I'm done. I'm done with the ankle twisting. We'll go to the bone breaking next. So, I'll end this how I always end my streams. I love all of your faces. I hope these little CMT stories give you some laughs, give you some laughter. I hope they, give you help, make you understand like what people with CMT go through. And I hope they, just put a smile on your face, because that's exactly what I try to do all the time. So I'm gonna wish everybody a good night and a good day here. I will see everybody soon. So enjoy more of my crazy, crazy tale.